We got the open source 11 Labs. We're gonna be mimicking voices for free.
If you've ever paid just to prototype a voice agent, you're gonna feel this one. Resemble AI just open sourced Chatterbox Turbo, a TTS, and it's not just a demo. Here's the thing, the part that makes this interesting isn't that it's free, it's that it's fast enough to feel real time and it runs locally. We have videos coming out all the time. Be sure to subscribe. Chatterbox ships 3 variants, and each one has a specific job. Turbo is English only, and it's optimized for speed and agents. Multilingual has 23 languages with voice cloning, and then the original is English with more expressive controls. Across the models, you get a zero-shot voice cloning of about 10 seconds of reference audio, and they ship the Perth watermarking integrated for traceability. It's MIT licensed, and it runs locally with Python and Torch. Now, here's where most open TTS projects disappoint. They sound decent, but they feel slow. Turbo is the one that changes the conversation running locally on your machine. No API, no cloud call, nothing. Instead of just talking about speed, let me show you. Now, I'm running this in a Conda environment as that's what their Git repo recommended. I'm going to paste in a short line, hit run, and listen for how fast it actually responds.
Have you already subscribed to the channel?
You heard that, right? That's sub 150
That sounds like a Stewie that's taking a dookie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
response.
Have you already subscribed to the channel?
You
Yo,
heard that, right?
subscribe to the
That's
channel.
sub 150 milliseconds from text to audio. And this is where it matters for agents. It supports inline expressive tokens like laugh, sigh, pause, plus knobs you're going to recognize, exaggeration for expressiveness, and CFG wait for prompt adherence. This can be done with the Turbo model, but you're going to need to grab your Hugging Face token to do this. Now listen to how it handles this line.
Oh, that's so great. Sorry, that was funny. This is pretty cool.
That's the difference between a voice that feels generated and one that feels more present, let's say. Don't forget this is all happening offline. Multilingual gives you the same voice cloning idea, but it runs across 23 languages on Gradio, which is like a web dev machine
Honestly, I don't know. It sounded a little bit generated there, right?
line.
Oh, that's so great. Sorry, that was funny. This is pretty cool.
Like you see, oh, that's so great. Cough. That sound. The cough sounded more like a chuckle to me,
Oh, that's so great.
right?
Sorry, that was funny.
Yeah, they both sound like a chuckle.
This
I
is
ain't gonna
pretty
lie.
cool.
That's the difference between a voice that feels generated and one that feels more present, let's say. Don't forget this is all happening offline. Multilingual gives you the same voice cloning idea.
Hey, what's the difference if it's happening offline and locally? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna answer that myself because sometimes when you push projects to production, it do be acting a little bit funny. Does that mean it's gonna get worse?
But it runs across 23 languages on Gradio, which is like a web dev machine learning library, in Python. From a dev standpoint, it drops cleanly into Python, and people are already wiring it into MLX audio pipelines and other generative tools. Here's why all this actually matters. You can now do unlimited voice generation offline without API rate limits, usage based pricing, or even vendor lock in. That changes how you prototype agents, NPCs, or other accessibility tools. In Blind Pondano's tests, Chatterbox beat ElevenLabs in over 63% of pairwise comparisons while also generating faster. And
Damn.
unlike most OpenTTS models, this has had 2 years of production inside Resemble. Okay, great. But anytime something sounds good on paper, there's always a catch. There are drawbacks here, and you'll want to know them before you bet a product on it. First off, some outputs can sound overacted, especially on longer text. It's great for narration and agents, but it's weaker for those casual dialogues. Then there are like these tail like hallucinations where I can still hear silence, breathing, and this other noise at the end of generations, so you would need to trim those up. For example, if we run the multilingual demo, this is what we see with 23 languages. I've dropped in some Arabic, and you can choose your language from here, okay? And when we go down, I can choose exaggeration and the CFG and click generate. From here, it's going to generate everything and produce this.
إلى شفتي هذه الرسالة كان أحبك.
Now, right there at the tail end, that's that breathing noise. Then performance.
You know what's crazy? My experience with the text to speech, I was using, I wouldn't say my experience. I was trying to build a Jarvis and I was trying to talk to it. That little, what was it, that breathing noise, that thing went on for like, I'm not gonna joke around 3 minutes, right? But you know me, I was in it to win it, so I was listening those 3 minutes. It said something. Like I didn't type it, I didn't ask for it. It was like, yo, I don't want to get demonetized for the nationality that I bring up, but it was basically yelling, help me. Now, I don't know why. You get what I mean? I just deleted it. It didn't want to leave my laptop. I had to break my laptop. It was a whole paranormal activity experience. You know what I mean? That's why I don't mess with text to speech. 11 Labs was not what I used, but I don't mess with text to speech because hallucinations over prompting, cool. I take it, I correct it. But hallucinations over text to speech, I don't know if that's safe for the mental, man. Like, to each his own, though.
On a CPU, it's slow. So realistically, you want a decent GPU, and you probably know that torch installs can be painfully slow depending on your setup. And while watermarking helps, voice cloning is still debatable. It carries risks. Bottom line here, test this on your hardware, lock it behind product constraints. Now zoom out for a second. The most important part isn't even one model winning a benchmark. It's what this actually signals. The momentum here is real. Well over 16,000 GitHub stars, early integrations in MLX audio, and people benchmarking it against Spark TTS for real-time use. The bigger shift here isn't just Chatterbox. It's that voice AI is finally going open source in a serious way, somewhat how LLMs were last year. If you're building anything with voice, Chatterbox is worth testing. It's not perfect, but for a free and local tool, it is pretty killer. We'll see you in another video.
Make sure y'all check out Chatterbox. Me personally, I ain't divulging right back into talk to speech right now. I'm gonna give you a subscribe, but I'm telling you, bro, like all that hallucination stuff, that ain't for me. If y'all mad scientists want to tackle that, that's cool. I'm on my prompting side. You know what I mean? I ain't with that. I don't want to get with that. I'm not trying to debug nothing after Jarvis failed. It was a cool project, don't get me wrong, but like that project taught me there are certain things about AI and hallucinations that should not be played around with right now. Like it should be very regulated, and you might not want to be the only person working on that project. Not just because you don't know what you're doing, but you still want to come back into the normal world and kind of be normal. Um, yeah, tune into Better Stack. Make sure you check out Chatterbox, and apparently it's a great alternative to 11 Labs. The one thing I make sure is make sure you check how much gigabytes it takes, and look into how to install it properly. Because if you don't install it properly, again, you'll get into the same thing that I got into, where it's still installed on your device, and if anything happens, hypothetically, I ain't saying it's gonna happen to you, but motherfucker want to hallucinate, then you will have to break your laptop. There's no way to remove it because you then gonna get some weird ass laptop that's you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it was just my laptop, if it was the model I'm using, but abort mission, right? You feel me? Just make sure you know how to install it properly, or you might be out of hardware. You might. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.